Right guys, we're off. Many TVRs. Yeah, somehow I'm going to need to keep up with these guys. We've got some serious bits of kit here. They look awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a good day, this. Getting to take the Mini out and drive it properly. Yeah, that Chimera looks amazing that Miles is driving in. Yeah, I need to let the car warm up. Oh, the view behind me. Got a few cars starting to trickle out. I think there's something like 30 of us here. In fact, I think this is the proper, or the only time I've driven this car properly will be today.
Steve Mel's on the attack. He's already slayed Damo. Who does driving? We know this. That's 2 Chimera 450s in a row. Rarities.
So while we're pottering through the town, let's just very quickly cover some of the things that the cars had done to it. I'm not going to go into full detail. I promise, get around to a full video on what's happened. In terms of performance, we've got uprated top-mounted intercooler, so we keep the engine temps down. We've got 440cc injectors, a cat cam, 17% pulley. We've got a remap to go with that because you need to remap it if you've had those things done to it. Scorpion sports cat, Scorpion manifold, D-Res exhaust, Tyne coilovers, I forgot about that. Everything's been polybushed. We've got uprated engine mounts, uprated gearbox bushes. The wheels on here I love. They don't help the performance. In fact, they're probably actually a bit of a detriment because they are 8J, which is a bit wide for the car, really 7.5 or maybe even 7. There are things to come on this car as well. I don't want to change too many things because it's getting quite expensive, but I'm sure anyone with an R53, and especially a modified R53, will know that it's a never-ending pit of money. But it puts a smile on my face when I do get to drive it.
I'm glad Steve is in front of Damo and not us, because we've recently given his exhaust the HPC custom treatment, and therefore he's making a phenomenal noise. Obviously you'll see that on the channel and probably hear it. Not too much, not too little. Cold starts are savage. Designed by this man here. You can't see him. If he puts his head in front of the camera, that one designed it.
Getting there. The scenery is beautiful around here. I absolutely love this part of the world. We've got the sea over to the left, we've got the downs. It's just a beautiful place to be. We did have about 30 something TVRs following us. They are still there somewhere. There's so much traffic, which is the problem. But we've got a couple in front of us and we'll be able to push on. It'd be far better once we're actually up on the downs. I need to be pretty careful because the roads are slightly damp, it's cold. The car itself is, because I think of the short wheelbase, it can be a little bit, it's very direct, I think is the best way of putting it, / a bit twitchy. I've had the traction control coming on a few times, so I might turn that off because it really does cut the power, and I'm not a massive fan of when it comes on. It sort of almost becomes a bit, well, you just can't predict what on earth is going on with it. So I'm definitely going to turn that off. So we're going to push the ASC button, and everything is off now. Well, I say everything, there's only traction control on here, and that's about it. So let's hope I don't regret that. If the thumbnail is of me and the Mini upside down, we know it's gone horribly wrong, but I'm sure it won't be. I'm not going to drive like an idiot.
So if you're considering getting a nice GT car, something a bit rare, a bit of fun to drive, it's quite fast and everyone appreciates, you can have an Aston V12, a DB7, a DB9, and a V8 Vantage even. Or you can have the left field approach and buy something like this, which is a hell of a lot cheaper to get parts for, has the best owners group available online, and will just make you grin like a Cheshire cat every single time you take it out, which is really what a car's all about. None of that nannying stuff, no traction control, no ABS, just a nice big V8 and almost no weight.
Oh, there's cars everywhere. This is not going quite to plan. They are brilliant driving roads, which I think everyone knows these are brilliant driving roads. So everyone comes up here. Now these are bumpy old roads, and I'm quite lucky that I got the suspension tuned again by Arkham Performance. When I first got the car, it was more of a stance car, and it was ridiculous to drive. It was almost, well, it was almost undrivable. But now it's certainly a lot better. The fact everything's so firm though does make it a bit, I don't think it's crashy, it's just noisy. The solid engine mounts and or everything that's been firmed up probably doesn't do it any favours on these sort of roads. Great for the track, but I don't know whether standard mounts and everything would actually be better. I'm not going to change them yet, I say, but it's so much more compliant than it was, 5 months ago when I first got the car. So this bit of road here is incredible. It's great in the summer. Oh, even now, look at that view. Absolutely beautiful. I need to be careful in terms of how hard I push it. Can I compare the handling of my Mini against a TVR? Not sure I can. It may be a bit of a dangerous thing to compare. Their brakes are better, handling's probably better, possibly. Well, this thing's, it's not having any, wow.
Damo's got the big rally overtake. Safe to say, Damien does drive.
Yeah, that progressed on quite nicely. In fact, very nicely. Oh, that's put a smile on my face. Yes, this can keep up with the TVR. Well, I'm going on the principle they're probably not actually pushing it that hard.
Goes alright, doesn't it? Gives everyone an excuse to open their cars up as well. That's decent for a 450. That really does shift. You can tell the ECU and the setup really. Hats off there to Jules, HPC Classics. Man that really knows what he's doing. There's second gear. That is mighty powerful. That's really punchy low down.
Yeah, this is doing a good job. I love my car. It's drinking fuel like it's going out of fashion, mind you, but I don't care. Oh, I'm grinning like a... Don't know what I'm grinning like. Cheshire Cat? I think that's a saying. I'm grinning like a happy person spanking a Mini. Now that sounds very wrong, doesn't it? But oh well. So we're heading up towards Jevington, and a weird and utterly pointless fact about this place is it's the home of the banoffee pie. I do love a good banoffee pie. I don't know why I know that fact. Now all of you know that fact as well, and you can tell other people that you know a pointless fact about where the banoffee pie came from. Maybe it'll come up in a pub quiz or something like something like that. So we're in Filching, and I'm guessing where we want to go is pretty close by. Miles is indicating to go right, and there's a man there in a jacket. So I'm guessing it's up here somewhere. Oh, look at this place. Isn't this beautiful? I've just collected about 3 tons of gravel. Where are we going? Oh, let's go and park next to Miles. Everything's starting to come in. Oh, look at these things. Just got to wait for the engine to cool down slightly. So we've arrived, and what a beautiful place this is. There's an amazing house behind me. I'd absolutely love to live here. And that view there, it's quite beautiful. Many British cars, British sports cars, all burbling into life. Look at it. Is there a better view than that? I think you'd be hard pushed. This place is full of surprises. So the go-kart track we just looked at, and then you come across barns like this and you think, there's going to be nothing special in there. But nothing is further from the truth. We're going to have a look around. Must apologise, I can't really give you any commentary on what there is in here. But all I know, it's full of some very special cars. So we're going to flip it round, show you what there is. I'm sure some of you will know actually what is in here, but I'm just going to enjoy the view.